Welcome, everybody. This is our 6th edition of Star Trek Radio Theater. Today, we're going to be doing an episode from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which, is not maybe the greatest episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, but maybe it is, because it is just pure ridiculousness. It suits the farce nature of our little radio show, like our little reenactments that we do here, quite well. And we covered this on the D Space Nine podcast a couple weeks ago, and it was just like, this is amazing. This is bonkers, this episode. So we're really excited to bring that to you. I'm very excited to bring this in, and thank you to our script editors, the Millards, Kevin and Ashley. We'll also everybody else who helps and does parts here. This is a lot of work, and so we're always really excited to do this each time because it's quite special. So with no further ado, let's get going.
Interior Sisko's quarters. Sisko is adjusting a dress jacket. There is a sense of anticipation, excitement in his eyes. Jake enters. Dress uniform?
I haven't worn this in almost 3 years. I must have lost a little weight. Feels kind of baggy.
He checks himself in a mirror as Jake goes to the replicator. It looks great. Besides, baggy's quite fashionable on Bashir right now. Lemonade.
Since when are you interested in Bajoran fashions?
Well, a lot of Bajoran girls come to the station with their families.
Since when are you interested in Bajoran girls?
Dad!
Wasn't it just a few weeks ago that you were playing with model starships?
Try a few years ago.
You and I have got to have a talk, young man, about women.
That's okay.
I mean it. There are some things you have got to know.
I already know them, Dad.
Oh, yeah? And who told you?
Nog.
Nog. So all you know about women, you've heard from the Ferengi boy.
We were just talking.
Great. Listen, I don't have time now, but obviously I have a lot of damage control to do with you on this subject. Let's set aside some time tomorrow.
Fine.
Okay. Tomorrow morning, first thing.
Fine. What's going on anyway?
A Vulcan ship has made contact with a new species called Wadi in the Gamma Quadrant 3 weeks ago. We're expecting a delegation from their planet.
Rolling out the red carpet, huh?
First contact is our most important mission, Jake. Has to be handled delicately. You might say it's sort of like a first date with a girl. You want to show a certain respect for...
As Jake rolls his eyes, Sisko is interrupted by a comm voice.
Ops to Sisko.
Go ahead.
Focus on ops.
The Wadi ship has just come through the wormhole. We're sending them down to Docking Bay 4.
I'll meet you all there.
Interior Sisko's quarters.
Sisko out.
Sisko turns to Jake.
Tomorrow morning.
Focus on airlock corridor. Bashir, Dax, and Kira are waiting at the airlock. Kira is in her standard uniform. Dax has a dress jacket on. Bashir is in his normal uniform and uncomfortable about it.
I'm positive I packed my dress uniform. I can't understand it.
You look fine, Julian. Relax.
I mean, they are aliens, aren't they? I mean, they won't know our protocol.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Sisko walks out of the turbo lift with purpose in his step.
Where's your uniform, Doctor?
I can't seem to find it, sir. I mean, I'm certain I packed it.
Listen to me. This is no dress rehearsal. This is the real thing. Our first formal reception for a delegation from the Gamma Quadrant, and I want things to go right from this moment on. Clear?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Six tall humanoids emerge from the hatchway, eyes and faces embellished with markings resembling hieroglyphs. Their leader, Falow, steps forward, giving Sisko an appraising stare. Forming a triangle with his hands, Falow touches his forehead, obviously a Wadi form of greeting.
I am Falow, Master Searchid of the Wadi.
Welcome in the name of Bajor and the United Federation of Planets. I am Commander Benjamin Sisko, And on behalf of my senior staff officers, Major Kira, Lieutenant Dax, and Dr. Bashir, I would like to...
Yes. Now, where are the games?
Games.
We were told you had games.
An aide whispers in Fallow's ear. Fallow nods.
Quarks. Take us to Quarks.
Kira and Sisko exchange a glance. She shrugs.
Right this way.
They follow Kira and Sisko as Sisko trails with Dax.
First contact is not what it used to be.
Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Okay.
Focus on Quarks. Fallow and his fellow Wadi surround the spinning Dabo wheel. They observe the game while discussing it amongst themselves. As the Wadi size up the table, Kira and Bashir stand next to them.
Do they have money?
We don't know. We didn't ask.
That's not the point.
It may not be your point, but it's mine.
Damn it, Quark. This is a new life form from the Gamma Quadrant. I expect you to treat them with...
Commander, I'm a host. A host is an ambassador of goodwill. The more goodwill that I can generate, the longer they'll stay. The greater my profits. I think we're talking the same language here.
Not quite.
Allow me to put your concerns to rest.
Quark approaches Fallow, putting his arm around him like an old friend. Sisko and Dax move closer to observe.
So, do you fellows do a lot of gambling where you come from?
Fallow looks at the hand on his shoulder with an icy glance. Quark promptly removes his hand.
We like games.
Doesn't everybody? You know, the Virgin Territories in the Gamma Quadrant are ripe for dabble franchising. You and I might want to talk about an investment opportunity.
Quark.
At some point.
Fallow shows no interest. His eyes go back to the table.
So, have you figured out the essentials of the game yet?
I believe we have.
Give her a spin. One time on the house.
He tosses a single coin into a random spot on the table with the wheel already spinning. As it comes to a stop.
2 pence showing. Too bad. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I always say. What would you care to wager?
Fallow studies Quark for a moment, then taps a finger on the back of his hand as a signal to one of his aides, who arrives with a small wooden box.
Oh, what a handsome container. There's an old Frankie expression. Good things come in small packages.
But his smile falls as Fallow opens it to reveal.
Sticks?
Clon pigs. Highly sought in our culture. They have many different uses.
I'm sorry, but I have enough sticks right now.
Another aide brings Quark a bottle and a glass.
What's this?
Alpha current nectar. It's priceless.
Ah.
Quark takes a drink and is immediately revolted by the taste.
One man's priceless is another man's worthless.
Quark, take the juice.
Sorry, not interested.
Then we really have nothing to wager except this.
He takes a pouch from one of his aides, opens it, and pours out on a table an incredible fortune in diamond-like gems.
Get these folks some drinks.
Sometime later, the Wadi are still at the Dabo wheel, and most customers have gone home. Sisko is at the bar, looking bored.
McCullough.
McCullough?
Captain McCullough. That's the name I've been trying to remember for the last 6 hours.
Dabo!
Lord, they've won again.
McCullough's the one who wrote the revised first contact procedures for Starfleet.
That's right.
I wish he was here now instead of me.
No, they couldn't have doubled again.
With all due respect to the procedures and to McCullough, I have had it. This is as far as duty takes me. Keep them happy. If they ever get tired of playing Dabo, let me know. Good night.
What's good about it?
Quark moves to the table and addresses Falow.
Getting ready to call it a night?
We've only just started.
The girl's arm must be getting tired. All that spinning.
Replace her.
Very well. Broik, take the wheel.
He looks to another Ferengi who moves behind the table, and the Dabo lady moves away. Quark gives the Ferengi a discreet nod. The Ferengi's hand slides open a hidden panel, and he reaches inside.
Oh, one pin showing. An unfortunate reversal.
Falow is not impressed. He is suspicious of Quark. Focus on Sisko's quarters. As Sisko enters, Jake is working at his desk.
What are you still doing up?
Nog and I were setting up a reactive ion impeller for school.
Nog is older than you, Jake. He stays up later. He probably does things with girls, for instance, you're not ready for yet.
Come on. We were just working on a school project.
You know what time you're supposed to go to bed. We never had any problems with it until Nog.
Dad, I'm 14.
I'm glad we agree on something. Go to bed.
Fine. So, how'd it go?
Great. Just great. I've done nothing for the past 6 hours but eat Ferengi, low-carb beans, and watch people play childish games.
Sisko kisses Jake goodnight on the forehead. Focus on Quarks. As the Wadi continues to play Dabo, Broik slips his hand into the secret panel again. Falow, who has been watching him, grabs his hand.
Broik, you disreputable swindler! I put up with your cheating for the last time!
The Wadi are noticeably angry. They force Quark into a corner.
Sit.
Look, why don't we just call it even and no hard feelings? Or take another spin on the house? Or 2? Or 3? A free visit to the holosuite? Do you know what a holosuite is? Do you have sex on your world? Look, take it all back. All the gemstones. I'll throw in a case of Andolian brandy to make your trip a little more enjoyable.
You like our gemstones? You will have an opportunity to win more. A lot more.
I will?
In a new game. An honest game.
The Dabo wheel is replaced by the Wadi game, an upside-down pyramid of levels, which Falow places game pieces on.
Very unusual. I don't think I know this game. What's it called?
Chula.
What are the rules?
These are your players. We'll start them on the second shap.
Second shap? Can we start at the beginning?
Only children enter at the first shap.
There's a flurry of excitement amongst the Wadi. They get out their clon pigs and begin side wagers, exchanging sticks. Focus on Sisko's quarters. He's in bed, sound asleep in his pajamas. Sisko stirs, shifts positions, and turns onto his side, and he rolls onto a hard stone floor. He wakes up, fully dressed in standard uniform. Sisko finds himself in an alien corridor with high stone walls and a floor made of massive triangular tiles marked with purple runic symbols. Confused, Sisko hits his comm badge.
Sisko to ops. Sisko to security. Computer, freeze program. End program. Exit.
No response. Sisko tries all of the doors. Only one opens into a corridor. Sisko tries the doors there, and Falow is behind the third one.
You.
Shap 2, move along home! Move along home!
Where is this place? Where have you brought me?
Move along home!
The door slides sharply shut.
Hello!
Turns around. As he begins to move down the corridor, he hears a chilling yell echo through the labyrinth. Sisko takes off as the yell of panic continues.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Sisko enters to see Bashir pressed against the wall, yelling in panic. He hasn't seen Sisko yet.
Ah!
Doctor,
Oh, thank God. I thought I was having a nightmare. I couldn't wake up.
Running footsteps echo toward them. They react as Kira and Dax enter.
You two.
What was all that yelling?
Haven't you ever had to wake yourself up out of a bad dream?
this isn't a dream. We're guests of the Wadi.
Sisko and Dax pull out their tricorder.
What do they want?
I don't know yet. I just had a strange run-in with Falow. He said something about move along home.
Home?
Perhaps we're being given some sort of behavioral test, like a laboratory rodent who must work his way out of a maze.
Behavioral test? Now wait a minute.
There doesn't seem to be any major immediate threat, Major.
Oh no. I'm sure all you Starfleet explorers find this fascinating, but I'm a Bajoran administrator. This is not what I signed up for.
I don't find this fascinating either, Major. But I suggest we take Falow's advice and find our way home.
Do the comm badges still work?
Dax and Kira hit their comm badges.
As long as we can maintain contact, it should be reasonably safe to split up and see if any of us can find a way out of here.
Use your tricorders for proximity checks every 2 minutes. And if all else fails, just yell again, Doctor. We'll find you.
And he gives Bashir a dry look, and Bashir grins at his own expense. Focus on security office. Odo's busy at the monitors. Jake enters, obviously disturbed.
Mr. Sisko, how can I help you?
Do you know where my dad's gone?
You can't find him?
Last night, he was making a big deal about us having a talk this morning, but when I get up, he was gone.
Have you checked his office?
The computer says he's not on the station.
Why don't you go on to school while I track him down?
School's closed while Mrs. O'Brien is back on Earth. Nog and I were going over to Airlock 3 to watch the Bajoran transport passengers come on board.
You mean to look at the girls?
No, we were just,
Go on. When I find out where your father went, I'll let you know.
Thanks, Odo. Jake leaves and Odo turns to the computer.
Computer, confirm that Commander Sisko is not on the station.
Confirmed.
What time did he log out?
That information is not on file.
What ship did he leave on?
That information is not on file.
Focus on ops. Odo steps off the turbolift and sees no senior officers. Lieutenant Primin, a Starfleet security officer, is at O'Brien's station, casual, kicking back. He looks up at Odo arriving, and with a vaguely patronizing humor.
Constable Odo, good morning to you.
Where's Major Kira?
Didn't report for duty on time this morning. None of the senior officers did.
And you don't find that odd?
I hear that Wadi party went on all night.
How long have you been a security officer, Lieutenant?
6 years. Why?
Lost many commanders?
Lost?
Because you've lost one now. Sisko's off the station. Missing. All of the senior officers may be missing. I want to sweep at this station. If the others are missing too, I want to know the last time anybody saw them. I'm going to contact all ships that have departed since last night. Understood?
Yes, Constable.
And don't call me Constable. I'm Chief of Security.
Yes, sir.
Focus on Quarks. Falow completes the elaborate setup of the board and hands Quark 3 pyramidic dice. Quark scrutinizes the runic ciphers that cover the sides and the colored stones at each corner in a futile effort to make some sense of it all.
Last wagers, the board is ready.
It is?
How much do you wish to risk on the second shot?
Is there a minimum wager?
The Wadi groan and look at each other in disappointment in Quark's cautiousness.
Roll.
Roll? But you haven't told me the rules yet!
You are required to learn as you play. Roll.
Quark looks around. The noise from the crowd grows intensely. Finally, he rolls the dice. One lands with the yellow stone up, the other two show blue. Falow moves pieces 18 spaces forward to a triangle marked with a yellow hieroglyph.
Chula!
Did I win?
Hardly. Your pieces will meet the Chandra.
The Chandra? What does that mean? Is it good or bad?
Neither. Both.
I don't understand.
But there is the key. Some will never understand, while others will consider it mere child's play.
As Quark reacts, Falow enters a sequence into the electronic component of the game board. The blinkies shift colors to an orange glow. Focus on the labyrinth. Sisko moving along another stretch of corridor, trying a door when he passes it. He reacts as he hears a voice of a little girl singing.
A la Moraine, count to 4. A la Moraine, then 3 more. A la Moraine, if you can't see. A la Moraine, you'll come with me.
Sisko hits his comm badge.
This is Sisko. I found something.
He moves towards the sound and stops at the door. As the others arrive one by one, he hits the panel on the door. The door panel opens to reveal...
A la Moraine, count to 4. A la Moraine, then 3 more. A la Moraine, if you can't see. A la Moraine, you'll come with me.
We focus on the chamber. With a door on the other side, the little Wadi girl sings her song as she plays an alien sort of hopscotch on Wadi symbols built into the floor. She pays no attention to Sisko and the others.
A la Moraine, count to 4. A la Moraine, then 3, 4. Then a la Moraine, if you can't see. A la Moraine, you'll come with me. A la Moraine, count to 4. A la Moraine, then 3 more. A la Moraine, if you can't see. A la Moraine, you'll come with me. A la Moraine, count to 4. A la Moraine, then 3 more. A la Moraine, if you can't see. A la Moraine, you'll come with me.
The door closes behind them. Dax approaches the girl gently.
Hello? Can you tell us where we are? Is there a way to leave?
But the girl keeps on chanting, ignoring her.
Do you think we're supposed to do something?
Well, this is the first door that's open for us. I want to know where it goes.
But as Kira moves past the girl toward the back door, she is popped back by a stinging force field right in the middle of the path of the hopscotch design. She reacts to the pain. Meanwhile, the girl goes back and forth through the force field, chanting.
Are you all right?
I'll be okay.
Some kind of ionic field.
She goes right through it.
The panel's on the floor. She steps on certain panels, which must allow her to go through the field.
If you can see, you'll come with me.
Watch this.
A la Moraine, count to 4. A la Moraine, then 3 more. A la Moraine, you can't see. A la Moraine, you'll come with me.
He gets behind her and follows behind her, tracing her steps exactly. But as he hits the spot, the force field nails him and he bounces back.
Oh.
She goes through untouched.
But I did everything she did.
No, Julian, you didn't.
I followed her footsteps exactly.
But you didn't say the rhyme.
They exchange looks, and this time Dax braves it. She moves forward, steps behind Chandra, chanting.
A la Moraine, count to 4. A la Moraine, then 3 more. A la Moraine, if you can't see. A la Moraine, you'll come with me.
Dax does the steps and gestures and gets through.
Come on, just say the rhyme.
Sisko leads the others as they match what Dax just did.
Alamarain, count to 4. Alamarain, and 3 more. Alamarain, if you can see. Alamarain, you'll come with me.
Alarain, you'll come with me.
They make it through. Chandra leads them to the door, and as they exit, they find themselves in another corridor just like the last one. As they react,
Alamarain, third chap.
and she steps backwards, and a door closes in front of her. We focus on Quarks.
Alamarain!
Alamarain!
The Wadi go wild. 3 of them cheer while the rest throw down their betting sticks in disgust. Quark continues to be completely befuddled, but then Falow pushes a nice little pile of gemstones in front of him as payoff.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Choose their path,
Path?
short or long.
Quark looks at the game board. The 4 pieces can either take a shortcut or take a longer route.
What's the difference?
The short path doubles the peril to your 4 players. It also doubles your winnings.
Doubles my winnings? Well, in that case.
Choose carefully. If none of your players make it home, you lose everything you've won.
Oh, I see why you find this game so interesting.
Do you?
Yes. You know, I might have room for another gaming table or 2 on the 2nd floor. We might negotiate a licensing agreement? Perhaps we could discuss.
Odo enters, comes over.
Quark!
I'm busy.
Yes, I can see. When was the last time you saw Sisko?
Last night before he went home to bed.
Did he say anything to you about leaving the station?
Not a thing.
Choose their path.
Quark!
Really, Odo, you'll have to.
He's missing. And so are Kira, Dax, and Bashir. 4 officers have just disappeared. You're sure you have no idea?
Why would I know anything about 4? Did you say 4 officers are missing?
Yes.
As the realization hits him like a sledgehammer, he stares at Falow. The stakes apparent now. Falow returns his look, knowingly.
Double their peril, double your winnings. Bet or leave.
Quark realizes he's in over his head.
Odo, how about taking my place?
Choose their path.
I'll take the safer path.
The Wadi groan. Sticks are exchanged. Odo watches all that is going on.
Roll.
Focus on the labyrinth. Sisko, Dax, Kira, and Bashir move down the corridor, occasionally trying the doors.
Logic behind all this from us.
Move along home. That's what the man told the commander.
A game. Home is often the destination in a game. Think of it. We've been given directions, clues, obstacles to overcome.
Pawns.
The realization is greeted by sounds of cheerful laughter just ahead. They react, move forward quickly. Focus on chamber. They arrive at an open door. Inside, a party seems to be going on. They enter.
This has gone far enough.
She moves to a table with hors d'oeuvres, picks up a platter, and smashes it on the table. A few people look over and laugh.
Will somebody tell me, please, what's going on around here? Why are you doing this to us? What is wrong with you people?
We focus on Bashir, near one laughing woman.
Madam, this is no laughing matter.
A waiter passes with a tray of glasses filled with the orange liquid, offering it to Bashir. He reaches out and picks it up.
Don't drink or eat anything.
Maybe it's the Wadi's way of providing nourishment.
Sisko coughs as smoke gets thick.
Or maybe It's drugged or poisoned.
He reacts as he hears Fallow's laugh booming across the room, moves toward him with a purpose. Fallow enters, laughing.
Hello.
Drink!
We're not playing anymore.
Move along home!
You brought us here. You take us home.
They all collapse, coughing as they go to their knees. Wadi around them cheer them loudly with smiling, laughing faces.
Oh, my knees.
The smoke.
Not bothering them.
Hurting us? Can't you see that?
Bashir grabs a glass and takes a drink.
Drink! It's the antidote!
Bashir passes the glass on. Kira and Dax both take a drink. Falow gives one to Sisko, who drinks from it. Falow applauds.
How did you know?
Scientific method. Actually, I took a guess. It didn't seem like they had much to lose.
Falow gestures toward the next door.
Shop 4.
And in a flash, the Wadi and the party trimmings and the smoke is gone, and the chamber is empty. They exit.
Let's go.
Focus on Quartz.
Alamarine!
Stick taps.
Instant huge reactions from the Wadi. Sticks exchanged. Another, larger pile of jewels are pushed towards Quark, who reacts with pleasure. Odo exits, not at all pleased with what he's observed. We focus on Ops. Odo and Primin study monitors.
Wouldn't your scans pick up human life signs on their ship?
Usually, but we've never encountered Wadi technology before.
Isolate that energy flux on their second deck.
Primin shakes his head. He's never seen anything like that.
Some kind of intense polar current.
What would cause something like that?
Got me. The only thing we've got that would put out that type of current would be a transporter, but a transporter burst would only last a few seconds.
I think we better go take a look.
No, wait a minute. Odo, you can't just go storming onto their ship without their permission.
Oh, is that Starfleet policy?
That's right.
Well, I'm not in Starfleet. Set the coordinates to midway down the second deck corridor.
Primin hesitates, not sure if this is the right thing to do.
Is it against Starfleet rules to press a few buttons?
Energizing.
Focus on Wadi's ship and corridor. In a dark corridor, Odo moves to a door, uses a tricorder to check the flux read. This is it.
Beep, beep.
He examines the door control pad. And it opens. A blinding light emanates from inside.
Ah.
Odo moves out of the direct light behind the wall, tries to adjust his eyes, takes a breath, and bursts into the room. Focus on Quarks. Odo is now standing in the middle of the bar. Falow turns and makes knowing eye contact with him with the slightest arch of his eyebrow.
Choose their path.
No. This game is finished right now.
Stop the game, lose your players.
Odo, just stay out of this.
Quark.
I'm doing fine. They're doing fine.
Choose their path. Double their peril, double your winnings.
Quark hesitates just slightly.
Quark.
Fine. The safer path.
Roll.
Stick taps.
The Wadi click their sticks together as Quark rolls again. All three of the dice come up with the same symbol. The Wadi gasp.
An unfortunate roll.
Focus on the labyrinth.
Isn't it a matter of simply figuring out how to win this game?
Simply.
I don't think we have any other choice.
Seriously? We've gone from the second chap to the third chap to the fourth chap already.
What is a shap?
I have no idea, but we're making progress, whatever it is.
We're playing for our lives here, Doctor. I don't think you're taking this very...
On the contrary, Major, I find the stakes to be highly motivating.
Beep,
Listen.
beep.
In the distance, the sound of a weird energy disturbance. Sisko holds up his hands to silence Bashir and Kira. They listen. Dax reads her tricorder.
I'm reading high magnetic field variations, intense flux patterns. It's coming toward us.
Find cover if you can.
Noisy, swirly lights arrive.
Ah!
Sisko, Dax, and Kira press themselves against the side walls, but Bashir is left in front of the closed door. In Quarks, Falow takes a piece off the board, and Bashir vanishes along with the light.
Ah!
Hello!
Focus on Quarks. Placing the Bashir player in a holding area, he calmly says,
Next move.
What happened to that one? Why is it there?
Falow ignores Odo.
Next move. Choose their path.
Listen to me. I want that player back.
If you would care to play the game after he's done, it can be arranged. Choose their path. Double their peril, double your winnings.
Give me the shortcut.
The shortcut?
It's the right thing to do.
Are you crazy?
Double the stakes.
Wait!
I know what I'm doing. I've spent my life figuring the odds of all sorts of games. Now, I'm just learning this one. That's true. But I know this is the right move.
Right move to make you rich.
More than that. Look at the board. The shortcut skips a whole level. I've learned there are risks in every roll of the dice. This way, they can advance all the way home on just one move. Trust a gambler.
Roll.
The sticks start up again. Quark picks up the dice. He stands for this one. Holds the dice in front of Odo's face.
What?
Blow on them.
Would you please just...
Blow on them.
Odo blows on the dice. Quark smiles and rolls the dice. They come up with 3 different colors. Falow moves the game pieces several steps to a red triangle near the end of the game board. The Wadi react with hushed tones this time.
Diallo.
What does it mean?
Sacrifice 1 so that 2 may live.
You can't ask him to do that.
If you do not sacrifice 1, all 3 will be lost.
I can't, please.
Which player?
I don't even know which one is which.
Select 1 to be sacrificed, or else this game is finished.
Fine.
His hand goes to the 3 remaining game pieces. He starts to choose one, then stops. Another? No. Another. Finally, he breaks down, weeping.
I can't do it! I beg of you! A terrible mistake has been made. This is all a misunderstanding. Please, I've learned my lesson. I'll never cheat again. Please! Just don't make me do this. Anything but this! Please! Please! Oh! Please!
He is down on his knees, sobbing in a pathetic Ferengi display, embracing Falow's legs.
Please!
Very well.
I don't have to sacrifice one of them?
No, you do not.
Oh.
We'll program the game to choose one at random. Final wagers, last move.
We focus on the labyrinth. Kira, Dax, and Sisko turn another corner into another corridor, looking exhausted and worn.
Should have eaten something at the party when
They hear a voice from a distance.
Commander Sisko,
Doctor,
over here! Hurry!
Where's it coming from?
spread out.
I can see it! I found the way home! Home!
Over here! I found an open door.
Come on, Dax!
Focus on a cavern. The cavern is dark, but there's a light source at the far end, and in the distance, a silhouetted figure stands, waving his arms for her to come.
Julian!
Hurry up! Up!
Julian, oh, you're all right?
But as she takes another step toward him, suddenly there is a huge quake.
Rumble. Dax!
The groundswells knock Dax down. She falls a few feet off camera as...
My leg!
Don't move.
Nothing's broken.
What's taking so long? We're almost out of here. Can't you see it?
Doctor, we need some help. Dax is hurt.
Sisko stands to look at the silhouette, but as the silhouette takes a step forward into a shaft of light, he reveals himself to be Falow, who has been speaking with Bashir's voice.
Diallo, move along home. Shop 6.
He disappears, a deep rumbling from all around them. The ground heaves again, dust falling from the ceiling.
Rumble, 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 rumble.
Kira takes readings with her tricorder.
Oh, I'm reading a tectonic shift of 2. We are directly over the fault line. The cavern wall structure has been significantly weakened by the stress. It's not going to hold much longer.
See if you can put some weight on it. Come on, let's get out of here.
Dax stands up. It hurts, but she can walk with a little help from Sisko and Kira, who balance her between their shoulders. They walk along a tunnel of rocks until they reach a deep crevice with a bottomless pit.
Black.
Dax sits as Sisko takes a rock and tosses it into the blackness. Several beats later, it clinks far below.
Clink.
Shakes again with a minor quake.
Rumble.
Rumble, rumble.
I'll never make it across.
Just got to be a way around this.
Benjamin, you and Kira can make that jump.
We're not leaving.
This cavern is going to collapse and kill all of us if you don't go now. 7 lives is more than enough for a trail. You haven't even finished 1.
How could I live out that life, knowing I left you behind, old man?
Don't let sentiment get in the way of command decisions.
Yeah, I've heard that one somewhere.
If you were hurt, I'd leave you behind.
And I'm glad I'm not the one who's hurt. Major, you go across. We'll find a way around. We'll be all right.
Kira helps Sisko support Dax.
Major, I give you a direct order.
Court-martial me.
I can't. You're not in Starfleet.
If I were your superior officer, I'd court-martial both of you.
They shuffle along the increasingly narrow ledge.
Rumble, 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 rumble. Only a few meters more.
But now, the worst quake of all.
Big
Rumble, 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 rumble.
And they press themselves against the wall, but the violent shakes throw them to the ground. Kira is hanging over the side, with only Sisko's strong grip keeping her from falling.
Hang on.
Benjamin!
Tumbling down the walls, a landslide, and it all happens fast now. The landslide reaches them with a roar, sweeping them off their feet and into the bottomless pit. Focus on Quarks. As everyone stares in amazement, there's a blue flash and... Sisko, Dax, Bashir, and Kira all materialize. Kira, Dax, and Sisko react both to the arrival and the return of Bashir.
They made it!
Oh.
I won! I had full confidence in you, Commander. There was a moment's doubt that you would prevail in this outrageous...
He starts to pull the pile of gems toward him. Falow takes his arm and stops him.
No, Quark. I'm afraid all your players were lost.
You mean we were never in any real danger?
It's only a game.
He presses a panel on the edge of the game, an optical flash, and he closes the flash into his carrying case. The Dabo table reappears. He signals to the other Wadi to depart.
Time to move along home.
He smiles, bows, but as they exit, Sisko blocks his path.
Not so fast. This may all have been a game to you, but we take first contact with a new species very seriously, and I don't appreciate... Excuse me, Commander. Yes, Odo. Before you blame them, you may want to ask Quark just how this all started. Quark?
I wish I could explain it. They just had a run of bad luck and they blame me for their losses and...
That's not what you said when you were groveling on the floor.
Oh, that's right. You were here for the groveling,
You said something about cheating, didn't you? Cheating?
I would have said anything to end the ordeal. It was too much for me to bear. You have no idea the pressure I was under, Commander.
If you will excuse us, perhaps someday a rematch.
Falow and the Wadi bid farewell and leave.
You know, this game could work here. It really could. Excuse me.
Quark rushes out the door, calling ahead.
Falow, Mr. Falow, a word with you, sir. What's your hurry? I think you'll like this, Mr. Falow.
The end.
Great job, everybody. That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed our improv special, our sound effects, as we got past the point where we actually had prepared sound effects, sort of in like the last act of the story. That was a lot of fun. You can see, Jeff's already in the background here behind me. He was doing the part, and he was doing the part of Bashir, playing the part of Benjamin Sisko, and Odo is Michael Chan. There's Michael.
Hey, a lot of fun.
Playing the part of Major Kira Nerys, and I think the computer as well is Nightingale Nguyen. Oh,
Hello.
And also playing the part of the narrator and Jake Sisko, Ashley Millard, and of course Kevin Millard as the role of Falow. Well, that was so much fun.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay, well, I really enjoyed that. I was really struggling with what to do with Quark, and it all came down to that pleading, groveling speech.
Yeah, you did great.
That was amazing.
And I realized I couldn't do it in an other voice. I had to do it as me, so I had to make Quark me as well. But I think it worked okay, right?
Yeah, it was great.
It sounded like a Ferengi you.
Yeah, you added enough Ferengi to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, it was great. I really enjoyed it. All great jobs. The Kira, like this, sassy, sexy Kira.
that was
sexy
perfect.
Kira.
Yeah, completely different than the original performance. Which is great. Very different take, which I thought. Yeah, she was like, it was almost like provocative to her to be in this, but
she's channeling her a few seasons in the future when she's flirting with Thomas Riker.
Yeah. A little bit of the intendant, a little bit. Yeah, it was fun. Great job, Jeanne, with your parts of Lieutenant Primmon, and
it was still fun.
Yeah, no, you did great. You were great. Everyone was great. A lot of fun.
Was great. Your Odo was great.
Yeah, even Jody saying, "Good work, guys." Even if this is one of the worst episodes ever, and you know what?
Really not. It's so good.
It's
I love it.
It's a fun story.
It's a fun episode.
On the surface, it's bad for sure, but then when you look under the surface, it's just so ridiculous. It's the Falow character alone. The more you watch him, the more you're like, this guy's kind of interesting.
The fact that Chula is named after Chutes and Ladders is just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's only just the game.
It's just a game. Yeah. No, that was great. Thank you so much. Great performances. Take a bow, everybody. Big praise. So we are going to be back next week with likely a next generation story. Michael and Nightingale, you're going to be out. You're got some other projects you're working on in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And we wish you great and success with all that. And
Thank you.
And we're all rooting for you. So we'll probably go into a smaller cast next week. But if you ever have a suggestion, likes, comments, suggestions, make sure to let us know. Make sure to subscribe on the audio version. We're going to start editing the audio version of this podcast, so it's just a bit tighter. But if you want to listen to the live version, that will still be available in video formats, like on Facebook and YouTube. Also, here on Live Long and Podcast, we do Tuesday night DS9 recaps every episode. We're on a 3.5-year mission to do every episode of that. We're near the end of season 1. We're getting towards near the end of season 1 right now, and. Phyllis Millard says she got the time wrong. She's looking forward to watching on YouTube. It was a lot of fun, Phyllis, and check out maybe the edited version. You might get just a bit more enjoyment after the fact on this. Thursdays we do original series rewatches here on Live Long and Podcast, and of course we have this. And then later this afternoon on our other channel, Trivial Debates, we'll be doing our monthly edition of that. We got Jeff hosting. We have Jaemeel Robinson, Jody Simpson, and Chris Seymour competing later on. And also we've started a new channel called Knee Jerk Sports, which is Jeff and Adam talking about sports in the Toronto sports scene. So check out that channel. And we also have Super Mater Brothers podcasting, where we talk about mostly reality TV shows, and we're doing Survivor rewatches over there with Josh Foster, our buddy. So check out all 4 of our channels. It's a podcast empire, and it's only growing. So again, thanks so much, and we'll catch you on the next one. The Longer Podcast, everyone. Happy Sunday.